Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Zoë Fischer, and I work in the security team at GÉANT. Today, I'm going to talk about how you can use evidence-based message framing to communicate cybersecurity, learning from climate change communication. Global GHG emissions in 2030 associated with the implementation of NDCs announced prior to COP26 would make it likely that warming will exceed 1.50 degrees during the 21st century. Okay, let's stop here. That was quite random. When did I lose your attention? Was it when I put up the slide with way too many scientific words and complicated graphs? Or when I started to read those words out loud? And why am I even talking about greenhouse gas emissions when I just told you I work in the security team? Today, I'm going to talk about how we can learn from struggles that climate change communication faces and how we can apply those learnings to communicating cybersecurity. So what are the main struggles that climate change communication faces? First of all, climate change is a super complex topic. It has intangible effects. People feel often psychologically distant to the topic, and climate change communication often gets criticized for negatively framing their communications, trying to motivate action. Now, if you look at that slide with all the struggles lined up, does this ring a bell? If you try to communicate cybersecurity, all of those struggles are apparent as well. So how can we now still raise awareness and motivate action? De Bruin and Johnson did a study on this and found that evidence-based message framing is a good solution. So what is evidence-based message framing? I'll break it down for you. First, you have a message. Think of your message as a beautiful picture that you would like to show to a broader audience. And now you have to find the perfect picture frame to enhance its beauty for the audience. Now back to your message. The picture frame that you choose is the way that you deliver the message the most effective for your audience. In addition to this, De Bruin and Johnson said that as soon as a message is quite complex and you try to motivate action, it needs to be based on scientific facts. If your message is purely emotional and based on personal beliefs, your audience will notice, and your audience will start distrusting the messenger, especially when they notice that the message was not correct. And regaining trust is pretty hard. So let's take a closer look how evidence-based message framing is used effectively in climate change communication. Past efforts have strategically emphasized the local and personal frames, so the local and personal impacts of climate change. For instance, highlighting the increases in heat waves within a specific region, like the one I show you here, an article from 2022 about Rennes, or one that goes a bit closer to my heart as I'm Swiss, about the impact of climate change on skiing areas. And this is all based on scientific facts. By framing these messages to resonate with the experiences and values from the audience, awareness can be raised way more effectively and people get motivated to take action. So how does this now work for cybersecurity communication that also has to face complexity, intangible effects, and psychological distances? So instead of bombarding people with technical words and concepts, we can highlight the tangible and personal impacts. For instance, we might discuss how a data breach has led to financial loss to one of our NRINs in the GÉANT community. And based upon that, we can organize a training internally. And this approach isn't just a shot in the dark, it's rooted in facts, it's rooted in a real life example. Studies demonstrate that when we connect cybersecurity to real-life consequences that people can relate to and understand, we can overcome those psychological barriers like distance and helplessness. And additionally, framing the message in a positive light, such as emphasizing the importance of proactive security measures, and to not over-dramatize the impact of the threats, we can counteract negative framing. So by using those evidence-based message framing strategies, we can effectively, but in the end very simply, communicate the importance of cybersecurity and therefore raise awareness, and motivate action. Thank you.